Alright guys, welcome back. Stephen Howell here in another video for you. Today we have a very cool topic and I'm really excited to bring this to you. So we're going to talk about how to wake up at 4:30 a.m. inspired and some insane benefits for you as an entrepreneur, as a real estate investor, or wherever you are at in your life and business coming across this video. I know that you're going to get a lot out of it. So what I want to do is I want to approach this video very, very differently. And I want to give you 10 reasons why I'm making this a commitment in my life, and kind of share with you my journey. And my hope is that you'll see some of the reasoning behind why I'm doing this, and maybe you'll add and tweak a couple of these reasons, and you will solidify your own reasons and your own belief and values behind why to get up early. Because if you're anything like myself, this is a habit ever since I was back in college. I knew that, hey, if I want to be productive, if I want to accomplish some big things in the world, I need to be getting up early. But I am not a natural morning person, and it usually takes me a few hours to get rolling. And so it was always one of these things that I wanted to do. It sounded great on paper. It sounded great, when I would go through, different books that I was reading and different courses and self-help type stuff. I'm like, okay, that makes sense. But actually doing it was a whole different story. So if you've came across, some of the books out there, like the 5 a.m. Miracle and different books, there's some great resources out there of the benefits behind getting up at 5 a.m. And we could go on and on about that. But I want to kind of give you some of my reasons why, open up my journey, and hopefully you'll be able to see how you can benefit from doing some of these things as well. So guys, let's kind of talk about that. And I'm really excited to share this with you because if you are an entrepreneur, if you're building a real estate investing business, whether you're a wholesaler, real estate investor, real estate agent, whether you're doing that part-time or full-time, getting up early, getting moving, getting your day started can absolutely change your life and business. And this is something, although I get up early and I start my day, this is something that over the last few weeks I've been really experimenting with, and it's on my heart this year in 2018 that this is going to be a solidified habit in my life. And so this is kind of me, my public profession right here, that I am a public accountability, that, hey, this is something that I'm doing. I want to kind of document and share my journey with you. Even though on this channel, right, we're going to be talking a ton about real estate investing, marketing, business, all of those different things with a very specific focus on real estate. But I still think you can get a lot out of this video. So let's get started. Okay, so first and foremost, I'm going to go through 10 reasons why I'm getting up early in the morning. I'm making a commitment. My wife and I, we just had our very first child, a beautiful daughter who's a little over a month old. And as I'm thinking about family, as I'm thinking about my business, as I'm thinking about the things that I believe I was put here on this earth to accomplish, I know that getting started early in the day and accomplishing some very, very big things, it all ties back to getting up early and getting rolling. Okay, so reason number one for me is to glorify God. Is holy living, for me to have that time in the morning to read my Bible, to connect with God, to pray, to have that quiet time before the craziness of the day, to have that time set aside where I am uninterrupted and I can get my mind right. I can go to the true source of wisdom and really, depend on that, right? And start my way off with that foundational piece. Now, guys, that's just my thing. I'm not here to put any views on you or anything like that, but I just, as I'm kind of being transparent and real with you here, that is my number one reason. Number two is really to discipline my mind and my body. To beat my body into submission, right? To tell myself who is boss. And there's a thing in business that, like, if you're doing something that's very, very comfortable and you're, doing these actions in your business that are just, they don't really make you nervous, they don't really make you scared. I had a mentor tell me one time that's like, Stephen, You need to be stretching yourself. You need to be, a lot of times if something feels comfortable, if it feels easy, you're not doing enough, right? You need to be able to do something that it kind of makes you a little nervous. It's like, man, I don't know if I can, I don't know if I can do that. That's going to be really, really challenging. So for me, it's me telling myself, my body, my mind, who's in charge, right? It's me taking that control and having that self-discipline. I'm actually reading a book right now, and this is kind of a book recommendation as well. It's called Discipline Equals Freedom by Jocko Willink, and he is, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that last name right, but he is a retired Navy SEAL officer, and he actually trained Navy SEALs, and he has a bunch of other books and stuff like that. But I was actually scrolling through Facebook one day, and I watched a talk that he had about how, there's different priorities in your life, right? And if you get up and you just get moving and you have that discipline, whether it's you want a healthy body, like you get things done before the rest of your day can even be affected. And it really inspired me. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go pick up this book. I got this book. It's really, really good. I definitely recommend that you read it. It's a very easy read. It's very inspiring. And so that's my number 2 reason, is to discipline myself, right? Number 3 is I'm in the process of building $1 million business, $1 million company. And I have big, big goals in my real estate investing business and my coaching and mentoring business and what I'm doing here as far as building this brand. And so there's a lot of work that's required. There's a lot of different moving parts. And I know that in order for me to accomplish the things that I need to accomplish and to serve the people that I want to serve and have the impact, that it's, I got to get up early. I got to make things happen. And so it's part of me being ultra productive. My blog is productivewisdom.com. And part of the thought behind productivewisdom.com is, hey, we need to be proactive. We need to be moving, and we need to be making things happen. We need to be on the offensive very strategically. And then while doing that, we're going to naturally fall down. We're going to make some mistakes, and we're going to learn some wisdom along the way. And that is kind of like the secret combination, right? Productive wisdom. We got to stay productive, and we gain wisdom along the way. And over time, that equals transformation in your life because you're applying things, you're moving, right? So that's reason number 3. Reason number 4 is for me to work out daily. My health is very, very important to me. And these reasons aren't necessarily entirely in order. Obviously, for me, God is first. And I have some other things coming up here. And so I don't want you to think that these things are in a specific order. But reason number 4 for me is to work out daily. It's to start my day, to get my body moving, to get the juices flowing. When you work out, right, you're reducing anxiety, cortisol, stress. There's so many different things, especially being self-employed, or if you're trying to make that transition to become self-employed and be a full-time real estate investor or full-time entrepreneur. It takes a lot of energy, right? And we want to take care of our bodies. So if you're able to get up and get started, at 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning, it changes your whole day. I know when I first became an entrepreneur and I would sleep until 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, and then, maybe do a few things for business or have my little bit of my morning routine. And before you know it, it's noon. And you've wasted half your day, or it's 1 or 2 in the afternoon, plus you still want to work out, plus you still want to spend time with family and friends, and there's always a million personal to-dos as well. So if this is a habit that I want to solidify in my life, health is very, very important to me. My family has had some different health concerns and things like that, and I want to do my part, right, to take care of my body. I know there's a lot of things that I can't control, but there are some things that I can control, and I want to make sure that I fuel my body with energy and that I have strength and that I am, full of as much energy as I can be, so that way I can do the best work that I can do, that I can be the best father, the best husband that I can be. So that's number 4 for me. Number 5 is just to have, again, that proactive momentum through the day. right? There's a saying that's like, how you start something is how you finish something, right? If you start off your day by eating McDonald's or eating something that's not very healthy with you, for you, then chances are your next meal, you just kind of throw in the towel and you're like, you know what, like, I've already had McDonald's this morning, screw it, I'll start this tomorrow. So just building that positive momentum, if I'm up early, if I, get a workout in early, if I, I'm reading my Bible, going through my goals, setting my day up for a proactive day, I'm starting that day with momentum. So guys, I realize that I've been talking now about 10 minutes, and what I want to do is I want to kind of give you a little halftime here and let you know that, again, this channel is about real estate investing, building you up as an entrepreneur, equipping you with skills. This is free content, free information, and I'm not afraid of giving you some of my best stuff. I'm not here to sell you anything. I'm not here to pull any punches, and I want to provide you value. So if you're liking this video, if you're loving this video, in fact, I kindly ask, go ahead and hit the like button, share this video. I want this video to get exposure because I want more and more people to hear about this concept and to start putting this habit and installing it into their life, because I know that it makes a difference. And when I've done this and as I continue to do this, I'm just so excited to see the impact that this is going to have on myself and my family, and the impact it's going to have on you. So as I'm going through my 10 reasons right here, feel free to tweak any of these reasons for yourself. Feel free to let me know in the comments which reason you love the most, or which reason you might add to your repertoire. Or let me know your reason for getting up early if it's something different. All right, so as we're coming back from this halftime, guys, here's what I want to do. If this video, my friend, is resonating with you, what I want you to do is subscribe to my YouTube channel. I would love to keep delivering awesome content like this to you. So go ahead and not only subscribe, but do the really, really cool thing of clicking that notification bell, so that way when I have new videos that come out almost daily, you'll be able to get notified and view that content. Another thing that I want to tell you before I get into number 6 is that if you're loving this video as well, let me know if you want me to do a part 2 to this, or a secondary training to this, because I'm talking about the benefits in this video, right? The benefits, and sharing with you like what, and I have this written down on a card here, what's my motivation for getting up early in the morning and making this stuff happen, right? And now the second part to this, the second piece of this is actually there's some tips and some tricks and some strategies that make getting up earlier easier. And there's some ways to do it and some ways not to do it, some ways that have been very, very helpful for me. And then there's been some other things that haven't been so helpful and haven't worked so well. So if you guys are loving this, then I want to do another follow-up video here in the coming days or weeks and give you some strategies on how you can actually do this for yourself as well. But none of that stuff matters. Again, I used to read all the books, the 5 a.m. Miracle and the other, and this has been a habit that I've been trying to install in my life for a long, long time. And just recently have I started having some success with it. And a lot of it ties down to some reasons why. If you don't know why you're doing something, all the how-to is not going to matter, because you're not going to be, motivated or inspired to do it in the first place. Am I right? So, with that being said, again, if you want another part to this, just let me know in the comments, and we can always, put that training together, because I want to deliver you guys these daily YouTube videos with content that you want to consume, okay? So, reason number 6 for me is to reduce a ton of stress. As I'm sure you know, trying to build a real estate investing business, trying to become an entrepreneur, to be the best you can be in this world today in 2018, it's very stressful, it's challenging, it's hard. There's all sorts of trials and obstacles and difficulties. And I know for me, when I would, wake up later and then try to work my business and then have the responsibilities of being a husband and now a father and all these different things going on, and I'm sure you have your own stuff going on too, right? It just becomes very, very stressful. So by me getting up at 4:30 in the morning, starting my day with priorities, starting my day with some certain pillars, it's going to reduce a ton of stress. So that's a huge reason why. Very closely tied to that, number 7 is focus time with my wife and now my new daughter at night. So what would happen, previous to this habit that I've been installing in my life is, even if I started my day at 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock, which is a lot of people who start working at 9 a.m., right, and work till 5, the old American 9 to 5 routine, right? Well, what would happen is, especially if, because I have this commitment to fitness and to, eating right and reading and some of these other habits that I have in my life, if I wanted to do some of those things, oftentimes by the time it reached 4 or 5, 6 o'clock at night when I wanted to kind of wind down and spend time with my wife, I just wasn't getting enough done. Now, guys, mind you, I'm building $1 million business, so I hold myself to a very, very high standard. Maybe you're not trying to build $1 million business. Maybe you're building a 6-figure business, or, you're just looking to make an extra couple $1,000s each month or whatever the case is. But I have these big goals, right? So oftentimes I'd find myself at night, even watching TV with my wife or going out to dinner, and I would be, on the drive there, not fully present. I would be thinking about what I still need to get done or what I didn't get done that day, what I have to get done tomorrow. And that, again, caused me stress and it caused me pain because I want to be present. I want to be there 100% when I'm talking with my wife, when I'm hanging out. I want to be in the moment, creating those memories, not thinking about the work that I should have gotten done that day, right? So that's a very painful thing. But again, this is not about sugarcoating things. This is about getting very real and very honest with yourself. And that's what I'm doing here with you guys. I'm sharing these things that I have written down. I have this on my nightstand. This is something that I pray about. This is something that I'm constantly trying to work on, right? So number 8 is a sense of peace and accomplishment and joy, right? The labor of our hands, the work of our hands, doing hard work, right? Having that impact on other people's life. Now, if I implement this, right? If I'm up at 4:30, if I'm going to the gym, getting a good workout in, eating really good, stretching, reading the Bible, praying, and then working really hard and impacting a lot of people and putting out really good content and doing the best I can in my business. When it comes to the end of my workday, which, mind you, should be a lot earlier, instead of having to work till 5, 6, 7 o'clock to accomplish big goals, now I can stop working by 3 or 4 or 5 in the afternoon. And there's certain days I can take off if I want to. And when I do, right, when I do that routine, then at night I can be fully present with my wife, with my daughter, with my family, and I have this deep sense. It's not a false sense, but it's a deep sense of joy and accomplishment and satisfaction that, hey, there's a lot of things that I can't control, right, in this world. There's a lot of things that are going on. But when I lay my head down at night, I can say, I did my absolute best. I was as proactive as I possibly could have been, and I got a lot done that day, right? So, that is, it's just such a difference maker. There's been days for me where that's been the case, a lot of days, and more so recently, it's been incredible. And then there's been days where that hasn't been the case, and it's just such a drastic difference. And guys, I want you to know that even though I've experienced a lot of success in my business, and even though I'm in the process of building $1 million business, I don't get this right every day. I'm not perfect, and I don't want to pretend to be for you guys. I want to be real. I want to let you know this journey I'm on, and getting up and solidifying this habit. It's not always easy, right? But I know that it's worth it. I've had so many people in my life and that I've seen, share this with me, that if you can kind of get in the habit of going to bed around 10, getting up at 4:30 or 5, it will change your life and your business, okay? So, that was number 8. Number 9 is for my wife. Number 10 is for my daughter. It's my duty as a father, as a husband, to be the provider for my family. That means that I have to work very, very hard on my business and in my business. And there's a lot of people that I can also help, my customers, my subscribers, you guys watching this video, by the content that I produce, by the courses, the mentoring, the different things that I have going on, that I can impact the world at large, right? But I have to be productive. I have to do a lot. And, so 9 and 10, without me getting sidetracked there, is for my wife and for my daughter, right? To be that provider, to bring in that income, to pay for our lifestyle and our house and our cars and these things. But also, vacations and savings and financial security, and have that time to be with them where I'm not working 24/7. So, as the provider of the family, it's my job to work really hard. Now, I'm one of these guys that, I don't always believe that it's either one thing or another. If you ask me, do you want this thing or this thing? Do you want a successful business, to grow and make millions of dollars, or do you want a healthy family life? A lot of times people tell you, especially in today's day and age, you see all the different things out there, and there's a lot of great people. You see the Gary V's and the Grant Cardone, and although they put out some inspiring content and stuff, it makes you believe that you have to work 24/7, and I don't believe that you have to work 24/7. Although you have to work hard. You probably have to work so much harder than you even imagine, but there's a way that you do it when you structure your day that you can be very proactive and you can still have a family life. So if you ask me, do you want $1 million business or do you want a healthy family life? My answer is I want both. And the thing is, I believe and I know that it can happen. Because I've seen enough mentors, I've seen enough people in my life where they've made that happen. And this is some of the wisdom that I've learned from those individuals, those mentors, and I want to share with you guys. So this is my public profession. This is my commitment, that this is a habit in 2018, that instead of just doing this 50% of the time or 20% of the time, this is going to be an all the time thing for me, and I want to keep you guys updated on that journey. So guys, I hope this video is inspiring to you, because before we get into all the real estate investing strategies, all the entrepreneur strategies, the marketing, the business, the negotiation, the mindset, the different helpful ways for you to be to implement this getting up. There's a lot of how-to and some things that are helpful for you to get up at 4:30 in the morning, but you have to have a powerful, motivating reason why. So again, my name is Stephen Howell. I have nothing to sell for you in this video, but if you liked this video, if you loved this video, do me a favor, subscribe to my channel. Share this video. I want this to get exposure because I know that more entrepreneurs, more real estate investors need to hear this message. And that's all I got for you guys today. So subscribe to this channel, like this video, share this video, hit the notification bell on my channel so that way you can be notified when I have new daily videos coming out. Let me know what topics you guys want to learn about real estate investing, entrepreneurship, business, and I'll keep pumping out the great content. And if you want a part 2 on this for some more practical strategies of how to implement this habit in your life, definitely let me know. And what I invite you to do is to take my 10 reasons, right? Take my 10 reasons and mold them to your life, because you might have a few things that are more important for you to implement, and it's not until you have that powerful reason why that you're going to install this habit. So again, here's Stephen Howell signing off on this video. I hope you got a lot out of it, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video.